Nickel 9 liquor, floss you die quicker. This bedtime, out of town pie flipper. Turn Chris Dallas to a crooked eye sipper. Everybody wanna be fast, see the cash. Fuck around they weak staff, get a heat rash. Anything in bad boy way we smash. 100 G stash, push a bulletproof E-class. I'm through with being a player and a baller. Just want me one bad bitch so I can spoil her. Mates wanna be the one you respect, even when you're vexed. Rock Versace silks over still V-neck. Dark green, never seen, so you suck my jewels, clutch my ooze. Anything I touch, I bruise. Puff make his own law, nigga, fuck your rules. That's right. Good fellas, you know you can't touch us, dude. Don't push us, cause we're close to the edge. We're trying not to lose our heads. Get the feeling sometimes that make me wonder why you wanna take us under. Why you wanna take us under? I get the feeling sometimes that make me wonder why you wanna take us under. Why you wanna take us under? Can't nobody take my pride. Can't nobody hold me down. Oh no, I got to keep on moving. Broken glass everywhere. If it ain't about no money, Puff, I just don't care. That's I'm right. That good fella, fly guy, sometime wise guy. Spend time at H-A-W-A-I-I. Mates, can you please stop smoking la-la? Puff, why try? I'm a thug, I'm a die. I be out in Jersey, puffin' Hershey. Brothers ain't worthy to rock my derby. Yo, I'm never drug free when I'm in the club, G. Though I know the thugs be wanting to slug me. Could it be I move as smooth as Bugsy? Or be at the bar with too much bubbly? Yo, I think it must be the girls wanna lust me. Or is it simply the girls just love me? Brothers wanna...
All right, y'all, we in the building, man. What's good, Scooby? This shit is crazy, nigga. And I've been doing a bunch of research today, y'all, and it's crazy because what got my hands on is the end of Diddy, bro. Like, the end of Diddy and a whole bunch of other people. I'm talking about this shit. This shit right here is going to end up being bigger, way bigger than the OJ trial, bro. It's going to be way bigger than the OJ trial. I don't think y'all understand, bro. This is just the beginning. It is too much bullshit and crazy shit surrounding this motherfucker, bro. They are out here interviewing an eyewitness that says she seen Diddy with her own eyes shoot a little kid, bro. And he shot the little kid, try to force this little girl to stab another child, bro. The same chick that they had laying on that. Y'all know y'all heard about the chick. The chick with the that was laying on the table when they was eating food off her body and shit. That chick. We ain't gonna even be able to get to that today, y'all. We ain't not gonna even be able to get to that. I watched part 1 of that interview already, but I'm gonna watch part 2 with y'all. We gonna try to do that tomorrow, right? But today we gonna cover what popped off with Cassie. What popped off with Cassie in the courtroom today? Because I've been hearing a lot of people speculating and talking about it, but I ain't been hearing a lot of people say something. I'm being honest with y'all. Actually, I had some whole nother set of commentary set up for y'all, but I'm still going to give it to y'all, but just not with the same amount of passion that I was going to have before. Because, bro, it looked like Cassie trying to help this nigga, bro. I don't know. What you think, Scooby? It looked like Cassie is trying to help this nigga. I don't know if anybody else seen it this way, but she said, think about it. They asked her a bunch of questions, right? She lied under oath about a bunch of shit that she should have known that there's a text thread. Think about it. I'm talking about word for word. She's lying about a bunch of shit that they have proof is true out of her own words. So we gonna get to some of these text messages. We gonna get to I just seen another video that just dropped on World Star, so I'm gonna watch that with y'all. We gonna watch both of them, but we gonna break this first one down. And then we gonna get to the one they just dropped another one on World Star a couple hours ago. So give me one quick second to throw this display capture on. Make sure y'all hit that thumbs up when y'all come in this bitch. Share this video, bro. This shit is crazy. This shit about to be bigger than the OJ trial, y'all.
Lunchtime.
If you're not making enough money, if your boss isn't going to give you a raise to cover inflation, and you're worried about the future, you need to make one move.
Update, Cassie on the stand, her first day of cross-examination, and I don't want to say it's super intense because Diddy's lawyer, Anna Estevea, she's doing an amazing job at being very gentle. I mean, Cassie and her have exchanged a few laughs while she was on the stand, which I thought was pretty incredible. And additionally, there's a lot.
Exchanging laughs. I'm telling you, man, when I was listening to what was popping off today, I'm like, man, is Cassie trying to get this nigga out, bro? Like when you get down to breaking down all of the text messages and all the questions and all the things they got to reveal, it gets even worse than this, bro. Do y'all know that her new husband, before they got married, while they were still in the dating process, called Cassie on FaceTime while Cassie was getting fucked by her ex, Puffy. Getting fucked by P. Diddy on FaceTime. And this is the new hubby that's with her now. This story is so out of control. I'm talking about, I seen a motherfucker post on Facebook talking about, man, this courtroom shit with P. Diddy, it ain't for kids, man. This shit ain't for us either.
A lot of explicit graphic text that we're seeing from Cassie to Diddy and vice versa. And Estevea is saying, look, if you don't want to read these, you don't have to, which I thought was really nice. Also, when Cassie answers and it's kind of a yes or no question, Estevea isn't like, it's yes or no. She's being very, very calm and very kind. Now, what we saw like right off the bat here was a conversation via BlackBerry between Diddy and Cassie about 2.5 years into their relationship. And remember, at this point, Cassie testified during direct that he had abused her. She didn't want to do freak offs, you know, all this stuff. And she actually said that he said, you know, I miss you already. When do you want to FO? That was Diddy. And she said, I'm always ready to FO. And again, this was August of 2009, about 2 years into their relationship. They talk about when it would be best for them. And then they talk about getting an escort involved. And then we see a text message that says, I can't wait to stare at your BBD. You guys know what I'm talking about. And again, lawyer did not make her say it out loud. There's, a lot of explicit text messages. And look, I think some of the takeaways here at what the defense is doing and what they're eliciting out of Cassie.
So Scooby says Puff spent $500,000 on her one day shopping after he beat her up.
Is again the email saying she loves him after these FOs, and don't get mad at me, don't tell me, you know, I understand how trauma works, but I'm just relaying all this to you guys. So Cassie testified that she had to do freak offs during her period, and we were shown an email where Diddy, for FO planning purposes, asks her when she's getting her period, and she says she's skipping it that month. Additionally, she testified that she didn't want to be a swinger because she didn't
see like, you see that? It's like they lining up questions. Like, think about it. That was kind of random. So they basically Cassie testified saying that, he used to force me to do freak offs when I was on my period. And then they produced text messages proving that he used to let her take off the freak offs for her periods.
Didn't want to see him with another woman. Well, we see an exchange where she says she has a fantasy about seeing him with another woman, and I'm paraphrasing here.
See, there you go, cooking herself. So she testified that she was doing the freak offs because she didn't want to see him with other women. Bam! They pull out the text messages of her saying she's fantasizing about seeing him with another woman.
She also says at one point that, quote, she'd travel anywhere to be with him. And this is while they are discussing an FO in this one message, this BlackBerry message. Another big thing here is the drug talk and the opioid talk. So Cassie testified that Diddy told her he was addicted to opioids. And the defense is basically saying, well, did you see him try to get off these opioids or come down from them? And she said, yeah. And then they said, well, you know, that makes one volatile, angry. And again, I'm paraphrasing, but basically what they were alluding to is that Diddy's violent behavior and aggressive behavior and all of his mood swings that she talked about were because he was coming down from opioids. Let me make sure. I feel like I have so many notes from today. Yeah, again, a lot of graphic messages, mainly about Cassie saying how much she liked it after it happened. It was so good, and she's talking about FOs. Oh, something really big that they're trying to prove here. Cassie felt like she didn't have the words to relate to Diddy because she was so young that she didn't want to do this and yada yada, referring to the FOs. Well, we've seen a lot of messages from Cassie to Diddy that are paragraphs, let's say, explaining certain things to him, really seeming to wear her heart on her sleeve. At one point she said, look, I'm unsure about the FOs because I feel like, you know, before when we were doing them, and this is a few years into their relationship, she said, you know, before we were doing them, I could spend time with you after. Now we're doing them and you're leaving right away for work, and I'm not getting that time with you.
Oh man, the defense is on they shit. I'm gonna keep it 1,000 with y'all, man. The defense is doing they putting in work. From what I've been hearing across the scope of this, they putting in work. They got Cassie lined up. But see, this ain't what I'm concerned with. I'm gonna deal with this because it's right on the surface, but it's a bunch of shit on the underbelly that's coming for Diddy, man. Bill Cosby is involved. Oh my goodness, man! I'm about ready to get to it now. I don't know. We might even get to it tonight, y'all, because the shit I just heard was worse than any fucking movie. I'm telling you that Diddy is going to be a movie, nigga. It's going to be one of the best movies we've ever had. You know how they showed him up like the dude with the Kool-Aid that killed all the people, and when they wait like 20 years and then this ain't the back in them days. They make a movie out this shit. Okay, one of the victims, right? Check this shit out, Scooby. I got the shit lined up right now, but I can't play the video. I'm gonna play the audio for y'all, but I'm gonna put up pictures of the young lady and stuff that's talking, because the dude is being like, he's really being crazy over this content. It's an interview he did like 5 months ago. She said that they had her in a motherfucking they had her in this thing with like 60 kids, bro. And they was like, she said they were taking the kids and hunting the babies and shit. Like, bro, this shit is crazy, bro. This shit is like worse than y'all could ever think about. All that stuff that we've been hearing about the occult, these motherfuckers eating babies and eating humans and all this shit is real, bro. And it's crazy because the lady broke down crying so bad because she's saying all these people doing interviews, J-Lo was involved. She's like, all these people there acting innocent and doing interviews when all of them was involved.
So the defense is kind of like, well, it looks like she's able to communicate this stuff. And is it fair to say that this is the reason that you didn't want to do freak-offs? Not everything that you testified yesterday. Again, don't get mad at me. I'm just explaining about what the defense's strategy seems to be and what they're going for. Oh, they also went into the fact that, look, you testified that it would take you days to come down from these FOs and you would waste so much time of your life trying to recover. You know, Diddy was doing the same thing. He was coming down from these too. You know, is it fair to say that he was still running a business, running running his own life, running Bad Boy Records and traveling here and there, basically saying, well, you know, he was fine. He didn't have to recover for days. That's your problem. Again, just some observations. Cassie doing a great job holding it together, so calm, so poised. And Anna Estevea, really great. I mean, a lot of defense attorneys can badger these witnesses and really come across unlikable to the jury. But like I said, they're sharing laughs. They, you know, she's not too aggressive. She's getting her point across without being a jerk. So I will give you guys more later. And I mean, you're probably going to see it printed on TMZ everywhere else, but these text messages are so graphic. And I just feel so bad for Cassie because she was so young, and to have her sex life just plastered, you know, on these big screens and of course across the media world, crazy. Oh, we also saw this morning in line, we saw her brother walk in. Her husband is not in the courtroom because he can't be, because he may be called as a witness and they're getting into some things that he shouldn't hear. But he was here yesterday. But anyway, more later. Thanks, guys.
All right. The next message, number 8, August 7, 2009.
And there was another mention of Cassie dancing with Chris Brown in 2013, and after she did this, allegedly Diddy stole her phone. Cassie said she remembered Diddy stealing her phone, but she denied ever dancing with Chris Brown. And this all stemmed from an incident that she told us about, where she was driving with Diddy in the car. They were going to a doctor's appointment, and he said something to her like, you know, text your mom that you're okay, and I'm paraphrasing. And she opens her phone or goes to unlock it, and as soon as she unlocked it, he stole it from her. And then she said he got out of the car basically and took off running. She didn't have her phone for hours, and she told her mom, and her mom called the cops. Side note, I'm wondering how many calls there were to LAPD over the last X many years, and how many police reports there are. I wonder if that'll come out. But let me go back a little bit, because oh my gosh, it's raining so bad, sorry. There was a lot of back and forth between Cassie and Diddy, and Cassie really talking about how, you know, you're high, you're so crazy when you're high, you're drunk, you're this, you're that. And I felt like the defense is really trying to plant that Diddy could have never committed these crimes, again, because he didn't have the guilty mind to do so, because he was under the influence. Just a thought that I had. We learned today, oh my gosh, there was a lot. We learned about Jonathan Odie, and this was the escort that had come out. He got arrested at Mar-a-Lago in 2018. He was on camera saying all these things about Cassie and Diddy, and that Diddy paid him off and this and that. Well, it was discussed today with Cassie that she saw Jonathan Odie take his phone out during an FO and start to record.
Whoa.
She told Diddy, and she said that, you know, Diddy said he would take care of it, but she wasn't aware of, you know, him doing anything. But I guess we know now that he did pay him off, and he did sign an NDA. They also discussed the escort service they use. I'm not sure if I had said this before, but it's called Cowboys and Angels, and it was actually on a reality show called Gigolos. I don't know if that was Showtime or HBO, but yeah, whatever. They really are spending a lot of time trying to discredit Cassie. There's a couple things here. So Cassie had testified during direct about an alleged rape that happened in 2018. She said it was in August. Well, they pulled up transcripts and her lawsuit, her 2023 lawsuit, where she said that it happened in September of 2018. And this was after Diddy returned from Burning Man. And during direct, she said that the rape occurred in August again, and that night he was trying to convince her to go to Burning Man. Then they showed us text messages between Cassie and Diddy from August of 2018, where he says to her, or she texts him.
Dr. Tuck said, Cowboys and Angels is a troll account.
With a heart, and this is like a day or two after they went to that dinner, and then he allegedly raped her. And sorry, is it loud? I hope it's not. She texted him with a heart, and he said, I'm sorry that I've fallen off. Again, paraphrasing. I didn't turn you on last night or the other day. And you know, she's responding, and they're having a conversation like all is well. And then they go to another friend's birthday party a few days later. So again, poking a lot of holes. And then there was something wild, a recording that we heard that I thought was super wild. And I didn't bring up what I'm about to tell you the other day because it wasn't, I don't know, I guess I didn't think it was important, but wow, now it's pretty crazy. And by the way, just going back to Cassie responding with, you know, or corresponding with Diddy after the alleged rape, I don't want to get any hate for that. I'm sure that the state is going to put a doctor or a psychologist or psychiatrist on the stand testifying about trauma survivors and abuse and how they react. Just a side note. But about this other incident. So during direct, Cassie had said that she was in Atlantic City hosting a bunch of parties, and a guy named Sujit that they knew, I don't know who Sujit necessarily is, he said that he had a video of Cassie touching herself or doing something, you know, during an FO, and she flipped out and she told Diddy, and he wasn't in town. I believe he was in California or somewhere else. Don't quote me on that, but he was not in Atlantic City and he was not in town. Hold on, I'm standing up. My legs are killing me. I'm gonna try to cover my notebook. So she told him, and he says, you know, don't let him out of your sight. Like, try to get this video. He's freaking out as well. So during direct, she said that when Diddy flew back to New York, they held a meeting with Sujit and someone else. And these are my words, not hers. She kind of described this dinner as almost like a mafioso type dinner where Diddy was sitting at the table and he had like bodyguards surrounding the restaurant against the wall, and that was that. So I'm kind of just like, okay, I guess if, I could share that with you guys, but that was it. Well, we got a lot more context today when the defense actually played a recording of Cassie. She recorded it herself because, again, Diddy said, don't let him out of your sight, do whatever you can. She recorded herself confronting Sujit. And Sujit sounds very drunk. He says he has this video. She says, show it to me. It starts off fine. And then Cassie, hold on. I wrote up a lot of stuff down that she said. And they're really trying to show that, in my opinion, that it wasn't just Diddy that was violent, it was Cassie as well. Where is it? So we hear this recording, and she says, here it is. I will kill you right now. I will hide you. I will kill you and put you in the effing dirt. I will kill you and I will kill you again. And she says, you're playing games. All the friends are leaving. I've never killed anyone, but I will kill you. I don't care. You're playing games. I'm going to. And then she says, it's not going to be my hands. Someone else is going to do it. Blood won't be on my hands. And then the defense made sure to tell us that he was in California when this happened. So I know what they're trying to do. Again, it seems like they're dragging Cassie through the mud here. And when I said that his attorney was, strategic yesterday, Nicole Esteveo, and being kind and not badgering Cassie, that seemed to dissipate a little bit today. At one point, they're talking about Cassie going to rehab in 2023, and she went to somewhere called Willow House. And Esteveo says, you looked at the website, right, before you went to rehab? And Cassie's like, I don't know, I don't remember. And then she made a comment like, well, surely if you left your children for 45 days, you would have looked at the website ahead of time. Objection, and then before the judge could even say sustain, she's like, withdrawn. So it was getting a little spicy. And just about this rehab, they were talking about, the rehab, and basically that it wasn't just for drugs and trauma. It was a lot more than that. She had some type of neurotherapy that would help her cope with trauma. She had sessions where she would basically, relive some of the trauma and complete it. And then they made sure to share that she was taking some kind of drug. I think it was... it started with an S. I gotta find it. It'll take me a minute to find it. It's so crazy out here. Suboxone. She was taking something like that, but not when she got to this rehab, prior to that. Let me see. Yeah, I mean, there was a lot this morning. I feel like if I'm leaving anything out, I'll do another update at the end of the day, but my notepad is soaking wet. It's disgusting out here. Let me think. Yeah, I think that's all for now. I'll leave it at that for now, and if I forget anything later, I'll let you know. Oh, there was, it's just wild when you hear these evidentiary hearings in the morning before trial starts, and they're arguing about evidence being let in, and then, hearing a federal judge say the term freak off, I will just never get used to it. It's so weird. But anyway, I will
Hearing a federal judge say freak off. All right, y'all. Man, hit me in the comment section. Let me know what you think about this shit with Cassie being up in the courtroom, giving it all up for Diddy, because it seems like she's trying to help him win this part of the case. I don't know. It don't look like she's really on board right now. She already got her money anyway. That's what motherfuckers got to remember. There's not much of a motive left in it for her. But we about to get into the real shit, y'all. So make sure y'all tune right back in. We going live right now on this channel with the real shit. Now, y'all got to tune in for this. Go get your dope. Go get your liquor. Y'all got to listen to this shit I'm about to play for y'all.
Dom DeMarco.